Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. How was your Christmas? Terry Hardin, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer here. Hi. Hi. Yes, I'm tickled. I'm happy. It's Monday. I'm not necessarily happy it's Monday, but I'm happy it's Monday in the hammock, in the rocking chair between Christmas and New Year's. I like that rocking chair in between. How is everyone today? I am eating leftover ham from Christmas dinner. Post in the comments, everyone. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me how your holiday was. I'm going to get over there in a minute. Did you see my little dog? That toy that she is chewing on came from my sister in Maui. And it's bigger than her. So cute. She's absolutely adorable. That dog will make you laugh, guaranteed. And she is absolutely cuddle adorable. So I wanted to share that picture with you because I just thought that was a good one to share with you. There's another one that I thought I had that I should show you with her. We just make it about, Christmas is wonderful when you have your fur babies. I'm going to go here and pull up. I'm going to pull up this picture of her that I think you guys ought to see. That's super cute. And send it on over. There we go. And then I'll share it with you guys. It's so funny. It's so funny. My husband took it. So I don't know about you on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but I was racing around, jumping through hoops like a circus dog, trying so hard to cook what was the equivalent of about 3 meals. My mother is in a convalescent hospital. I think I mentioned that. And there we go. Just give me a minute. It's shopping day. So my cousin sometimes writes me with questions, and if I don't hear the phone, he gets frustrated. Okay. He usually doesn't call me during broadcasting, but as soon as I have my phone off, he will. But there you go. So here's Rocket. Here's my little girl. You see me in the background and I'm cooking away, and she's looking back, and the caption reads, if I had it there, what are you all going to eat? This is all for me, right? So she's absolutely a hilarious little dog, and the fur babies make it all that much more fun, don't they? They really do. They really make the holiday spirit. Not to mention that Christmas Day was cold, and later on Christmas Day was cold and rainy. So yay for Terry as she gets to wear all her sweaters because it's cold. So cold that I had to break out the space heater in my studio, and I never do that. I like it chilly. Okay, we've mentioned this before. If you're just joining us, welcome. Please consider subscribing. What is this channel about? Oh, it's just Terry's Freeway Brain. I'm an Imagineer and a puppeteer for Jim Henson, and I've been in Ghostbusters and Men in Black and lots of movies, and worked with people like Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor and so on and so forth. It's been quite a career. Google me, Terry Hardin, if you want to know more. I could not go through the whole list because you want to get going into your vacation. But as I said, it's great to be in what I call the hammock between Christmas and New Year's, because a lot of people are off at that time. And one of the things that is very nice is that it usually allows me to do fun things that do not associate themselves with my work. My work is very fun because I do what I love, but I got a Lego Titanic, the Titanic in Lego for Christmas. It was not from anyone. It was from me to me because I love the Titanic. I'm crazy about the Titanic. And unlike the Galactic Cruisers or those Lego Star Wars it wasn't inexpensive. Okay. It was not. It was an investment. But the cruisers and things are like 5 feet tall or 9 feet long, and then they're 5 feet wide, and they have a lot of stuff. And I look at it and I go, how would I dust that? And where am I going to put it once it's done? Well, the beauty of the Titanic is that it's only 9 inches wide, so about like this. So I already have a location for it to be. I just need to build it, and I'm so excited to build it, and I'm trying to get my husband to get involved. So I want to, I just want to get my hands on it. Not to mention that for my Christmas present, my husband got me an ice cream maker because I love coconut ice cream, not sherbet, not sorbet, not icy. I like coconut ice cream. So vanilla base with coconut and the shredded coconut in it, as much as you can possibly stuff into. And I can't find it here on the West Coast. It's just they got to put chocolate in it. They got to put caramel in it. Blech, blech, blech. They got to put something other than just the coconut, and that's my favorite. I don't mind nutty coconut from 31 Flavors. They have a nutty coconut that I can handle, but people just can't seem to keep the purity of the coconut and the. So my husband said, "Make your own, sister." So I said, "Okay." And the machine is really awesome. I was so excited pouring over the recipe book that they have and already changing it, because as an artist, I'm not going to leave that recipe alone. I may try it once and then I got to mess with it, So we have a friend on the tribe, on Terry's tribe. His name is Evan, and he's a master chef. He's actually a professional chef, and it's wonderful to hear what he has to say in the tribe. So as usual, if you are just joining us, or you're joining us again, or you're saying, what the heck is Terry's tribe? Patreon.com/Terri Hardin. You can go there for $5 a month, $60 a year, and get together with us. Before I make the before I talk to you here in public live, I talk to them live every Monday and Friday. No broadcast this Friday, as it's New Year's Eve, and I'm going to use that opportunity to do something other than work, which will be nice, because as soon as the new year hits a week from today, we're hitting the ground running. We're going to go for it. Yeah. I'm a goal setter, but not a resolution maker. But I am a goal setter. So I have a list of things I want to accomplish in the year 2022. And I'm excited to get started. So I'm looking forward to just really, finish getting those ghosts out to you is going to be number one. The manufacturer is really, really rolling now. They're doing real well, but it looks like they, because of the holidays now, the scream, most of the ghosts will come to you in January, but at least it's January and not, thank you for being patient with those ghosts. I'll be glad when they're out and in your loving adoptive hands, and I don't have to worry about them anymore, because they have been, they have really been a distraction for me, because I don't like being so late. But with COVID, with postage, with the holidays, late is the name of the game. And you heard various people say that you can't get certain foodstuffs off the shelf because of this situation. And there's a lot of things you can't get. Well, I kind of wished I missed that ding, but I didn't. So I appreciate your patience with me as you get them. And so many of you have written and said when you did get them, they were worth the wait. And I love you for that. So thank you for that. If you are late in joining me, feel free to post in the comments and I'll answer you the best I can. Understand it is the holiday season, so I'm normally not on social media reading as much as I should. I don't know. Let me say that again. I'm not reading because I'm working. So just have some patience with me if you reach out to me, and I will get to you. But I spend a lot of time head down, butt up. I'm really, I've got a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and I'm behind in a couple of them. Plus, I made 3 dinners for Christmas. My mother's in the convalescent hospital, and she wanted turducken, and my dad and cousin wanted ham. And then we cooked something for, I wanted to make sure I had something for visiting with Lindsay's mom, my mother-in-law, which is so great. I love those little intimate groups, so I'm not complaining. I'm very happy and very excited to do it, but you have to schedule it, don't you? And you think you've scheduled everything so wonderfully, and then you forget something obvious like a vegetable. Really? All you can do is throw your hands up and laugh at yourself, But I did have a great aperitif. I had great cheeses and good salmon. So although I skipped the vegetable, I had that opening nibbly dish that I often forget. So yay and nay. But if you want to join, go to patreon.com and take a look. Your voice is very, very welcome. We would love to have you. Love to hear your input. As I said before, all walks of life are in the tribe. You have Evan, who is an amazing chef, and we often get to hear about what he's cooking, what he's making, what he's doing. And this is how he creates. And various people create differently. So we have the amazing Melissa. Melissa is a vagabond. She travels around in a van, and she is an amazing, her art is, well, she has several bits that I say she's very artistic at, but one is she is a master at cleaning. And so anytime we have a challenge on the tribe, we reach out to Melissa for that. Also, she's the great mouse detective. And if you ever need something that you can't find, a rare collectible or something, she seems to have the gift. I'm not going to guarantee it, but every time I've asked her, bam, she's come back and just blown me away, and she's actually saved me on several occasions. So all walks of life, your voice is very, very much welcome and needed, and we'd love to have you. Let's go over and hear what you have to say, and I'll just, kind of inner chat, but want you to know that this Friday I won't be broadcasting, as I've said, but I will join you again a week from today, and then it will be somewhat normal. No, wait. Ooh. I may or may not broadcast Monday. I will let you know, okay? Because I'm supposed to be at Disneyland Monday. That's the 3rd. So I'm supposed to be at Disneyland. I'm starting at California Adventure Park. I'm going to celebrate a birthday of one of the tribe members. I've been invited by her family. So I don't know if I'm going to get signal. You know how their Wi-Fi is. But if I can pop in really quick and say hello from the park, I will. But if I all of a sudden don't show up, you'll know that I couldn't get a signal because I'm going to be early at Disneyland on Monday. And I got to let my tribe know that. But we have a Zoom call on Wednesday, so I'll let them all know. They all know anyway. They're probably saying, Terry, you're crazy. Because Monday you're not going to be here. You're going to see your friend Holly. Yes, I am. So, okay, so let's go over and see what you have to say. And I wanted to also, as I look at your wonderful comments and things, is wanted to talk about gifting. My husband today said to me something very interesting, and he said, his mother got him, family gets him gifts, and he says, you've always said I'm hard to buy for. That's not really what I've said. My husband is someone that you can't just look at the last minute and grab something. A gift card he'd really appreciate, actually. And people say a gift card is because someone couldn't think of anything else. And it's the thought that counts. But I think gift cards are remarkable because if you have looked all year, or there's someone that you don't know well, or you want to be sure they get it in time, gift cards are fantastic. And Amazon gift cards are fabulous because it covers the whole gambit. They can get whatever they want. So I disagree that if you gift a gift card that you're being lazy. I don't think you're being lazy. I just think you're saying to yourself, what do you think? Post in the comments. I don't think it's lazy. I think it's very sweet and kind of you. Honestly, kind of you to say, I really want to give this person something, and I'm not sure what they're going to love. So let me just do the gift card, and then you can ask for them to let you know what they bought. And then maybe the next year you can get them a something, But with my husband, I'm looking all year. I'm listening all year because although there's a lot of things that he loves and enjoys, he doesn't necessarily want them in the house. So I enlist the tribe again on Patreon. I enlist them. I let them know what he likes. And they are all so sweet and loving. And this is why I'm saying your voice could be a part of it. $5 a month, $60 a year is not much. Just skip a Starbucks. And that keeps me present and keeps me engaged. And it's not the money, it's just that I'm a very busy person. And social media is a challenge for me every single day. And I think it can be a challenge for artists who want to just be in there. We spend a lot of time alone in a room, painting or sculpting or whatever, so many of us. And I was under hot lights sculpting and not speaking to anybody until my pieces were done, and then visiting and then speaking to people live. But of course, you want to reach more people, and you realize more people may be interested in doing what they love. And all of a sudden you say to yourself, how can I reach a lot of people? And that's social media, isn't it? So I asked the tribe. I told the tribe a couple of things that my husband loves and that he is, not really wanting to bring major things into the house. So Stephen Golden, who is part of the tribe, and he is an amazing puppet person. He knows puppet history. He loves puppets. His knowledge is amazing. He's like the puppet encyclopedia, and being a puppeteer, it's wonderful to sit and chat with him. He is really a magical person. I happened to mention that when I was back east, that my husband is a big Edward Gorey fan. And for those of you who don't know who Edward Gorey is, if you used to watch Masterpiece Theater on public television, there was an opening with sort of the Addams Family sketches that you see. That's kind of Gorey-esque. But there was his illustrations were the opening of Masterpiece Theater a while back. Now it's the book. I think they should still do the Gorey. But there was a woman who laid over a tombstone and she went, oh, oh, oh. And actually that's how I was introduced to Edward Gorey. Very beautiful. So I was doing voiceovers in New York years ago, and they sent me to upstate New York. Several things happened with there. I realized New York is not Manhattan. Manhattan is only a facet of New York. And when I went to upstate, I about cried because it's so beautiful up there. And I thought, this has got to be why people live in New York. Upstate New York is stunning. But there was a bookstore, the other thing about New York, Boston, the states that are on the east side is that they're very, very, very old states. Their zip codes, Boston's zip code begins with a 0. Can't get any earlier than Boston. So, maybe you can't. But the point is, their zip code is a 0. Okay, ours is a 9. 9190. There's a 01. It's impressive to me. I don't know why I'm impressed with such things, but I was. And so this really classic ancient bookstore, my absolute favorite. I mean, you can't go older I don't think so, until you go to the UK and Europe. Then you're really digging into some ancient stuff, which is really fun. Okay, I love to do this. But I found 2 first edition Edward Gorey books, and they were signed. And I bought them immediately because I knew my husband would love them. Was it Christmas? No. And that's my point, is when you're gifting and you got somebody who you want to get something very specific, very special, a husband, a spouse, a wife, a mom, whatever, you got to look all year, don't you? Post in the comments if you agree or if you have other processes for gifting. If you want to get that gift, you've got to have your giftar up all year, starting now during the sales. You're trying to figure out what is that cool thing that they would absolutely love. And my husband, I have to give that credit to Stephen Golden. Stephen reached out to me with a book I had never seen, and what was more important, my husband had never seen it, and he absolutely flipped over it. So publicly, I'm thanking Stephen Golden, part of Terry's tribe, for being so kind in emailing me and linking me to that book. I bought it. It wasn't even that expensive, but it was very rare. And he just loved it. And the other one you sent me the link to, that was she told me about a book place I could buy books. I could sell my books back to that. And he said he almost bought that book. So when he saw it, he was like, I almost bought this. Because he's very, very careful with his spending money. Good thing. No, it's not that I'm not, but I always watch him and try to learn from him. I think and rethink, like the Titanic. When I got the Titanic from Lego, he said, first of all, you got to have a place to put it. So I do when it's done. And second, you got to pay for it. Figure out how you're going to pay for it. So I did those check marks before I could get it, and I got it. And I couldn't buy it from Lego. They sold out so fast. It felt like being a sorcerer at D23, missing out on that. So, I went to eBay right away because, again, the tribe, Liz Reed of the UK, said it's really a good idea to go in the beginning because everybody's posting it and you have a lot of competition in the beginning. The longer you wait, the more rare it becomes, and people are able to ask these ridiculous prices for something that was already pretty high in cost and investment. So I did that, and I met a wonderful man on eBay. I actually tagged him as a store that I like. What a wonderful guy, a very generous, sweet soul. And I told him that I had been trying to get it, that I love the Titanic. It's the one I really want. And he pretty much sold it to me for what he paid, or maybe he got it a little less. I don't care what kind of profit he made. He just kept it close to the mark, and I'm grateful to him for that. So that was great. And again, from Liz Reed on Terry's Tribe, patreon.com/Terri Hardin. She's the one who gave me the key to going for eBay. Go right after, because there's people that are asking like double, stupid, but you're not going to go for those people, are you? And then there's the ones where you bid, you're going to do the buy it now. And if you keep looking, because for the Titanic, there were hundreds of entries. But as they're going to discontinue it, like the Star Cruiser, try and get the Star Cruiser now. And if you buy it on eBay, it's like ridiculous, right? So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to wait late. You want to go early. And I hadn't really thought about it until my dear friend Liz Reed told me about it. So there you go. Gifting, if it's someone that you really want to do it, it's really advisable. Let me say that you can, because you can't find those. Okay. But it's advisable to look throughout the year. Just when you're, And then for my family, I make it super easy. And we do lotto tickets. And this year my dad won $100. So he's very happy. The whole family each puts in $30, and they know on January 1st that $30 is what they're going to put in for the gifts. And we buy 6 $5 scratcher tickets, and then we sit together, we have a nice meal, and we scratch, and it's always so much fun. But my family, many of my friends from many of my family members are from lower income, and so their money is very tight. So this allows them to plan the whole year how they're going to save that $30 to buy those tickets. And then they just pretty much give it to me, and I buy the tickets because I do all the research, which lotto tickets are out there that still have the big money winner, and then I pray that one of them wins the big money. But my dad was delighted to find out he won $100, and super cute, just really cute. And of course, being my father, he gave it back to me. But I'm going to redeem the ticket and then give it back to him. This is going to be our dance, but dad needs it, and I'm so excited he won it. So let's go over to you and hear what you have to say. I'd much rather talk to you. Jacob, good morning. Hope you had a fabulous Christmas. I hope you did too. You got an Apple Pencil. Ooh, but my parents got the wrong one, so they had to send it back and return it for a new one. Did they get the phase 1 and you wanted phase 2? Right? You might go on Amazon and take a checkout of these tips. Let me just show it to you here, right here in front of my mermaid tail. You see it's pink. It's a little rubber tip. You can get them on Amazon, not very expensive. And it helps the pen work more like a pencil on your pad. So that's my suggestion to you, Jacob, and congratulations. You're going to love the Apple Pencil. I do. It's coming tomorrow. Yay! Yeah, so go on Amazon and check those little Apple Pencil tips. They help. Try it first on your pad, and you'll see how it kind of skates. But a lot of artists, they want more of that little bit of drag that they're used to with a pencil or a felt tip or whatever, and these kind of help you with that. So, and if you don't like them, they're not that expensive. You can send them back. I'd get them now because you have till the 31st to send anything back to Amazon that you don't like. So you try it. If you don't like it, send it back. Yeah. Yeah. Say, ugh, Terry wasn't right on that, but I like them. I have one on my pencil. I got a couple of VHS tapes, a vinyl record of Cindy. Oh, how fun. How fun. Jacob, I'm assuming you love Cyndi Lauper, so that's why you're so excited, and congratulations. That's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hi, Lincoln. Good to see you, buddy. We will talk this week. I will reach out to you and we'll have a conversation, okay? Thank you for being so patient. Crazy deadlines all the way up to 0 hour Christmas Eve, where my mold maker met me Christmas Eve and took the Candleman away from me from the Rolly Crump chess set to generate the art proofs. So you'll get to see those once they come back to me. But I worked right up through, bless him for coming out and seeing me on Christmas Eve, because, it's Christmas Eve, so what a sweetheart to come out and do that. I was very grateful. Her debut album, She's So Unusual, originally released in 83. I know. Lovely, isn't she? Lovely. Oh, yes. Love her. A sparkly sort. My husband says that the music of the 80s is when, the music 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, that's when music was really music. I say we start to sound like our parents. Music in the earlier is better, Great day. Yes, to you too, Lincoln. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Ron Kubala, how are you? You're in Epcot. Trying to snag a Remy ticket. Okay, I hope you can get it. Did that open? Oh my goodness. It must have, or why would you be trying to snag a Remy ticket if it didn't open? Ooh, I want to hear more about that, Ron. Congratulations for being in Epcot, my favorite park on the East Coast. I love that park. And the Remy ride is charming. In fact, when I was in Paris, I bought a set of Remy plates, like charger plates for my table. And the reason I bought them is because they were a product of Paris. They say that on there. The challenge is when something happens in Florida, Disney sometimes does a blanket stamp, and the Remy plates run the risk of being a product of Disney Pictures or Disney products or Walt Disney World, and then they no longer have that Paris from Paris thing on there. So I bought them and carried them back because I wanted them to say from Paris, where the ride originated. So just food for thought. If you are in Paris, make sure it says it's from Paris when you buy something there. And I hope you get it, Ron. Good morning, Michael. Hi, you're doing okay. The holiday went good for me. Hope you're doing good. Yes. Eager to get back to painting. Ron Kubala, by the way, if you're still around. I had to put my paintings aside because I had too many deadlines, and the painting is the fun part. So just like I'd like to be making ice cream, building Lego, I'd like to be back to painting because it was really going well, and I had to stop it because of deadlines. So yeah, you got to do that. Now I'm planning. I want to plan my time out. So I broadcast in the morning, and then what happens in Monday afternoon, what happens Monday evening, so that maybe I can spread out and have some of these fun original projects, doing more of those in the coming year. Also, I've been asked to create a trip to Paris again, and I'm going to be talking with my friends in Paris to see what we can do, and maybe slating that trip for 2023. So that's what we're thinking about. And finally, MouseCon Bakersfield is the end of January 30th. So if you're so inclined and you're anywhere near Bakersfield, California, and you want to come and see me in person, please do. Okay. I'll more on that as we get into January, of course. Angie Floyd, how the heck are you, my love? You didn't celebrate Christmas as my kids don't believe in Jesus. So last year, I thought, why am I doing this if they don't believe? They are 20 and 23 years old. So did you do it for you? Anything for you? Now, I celebrate Christmas, but then I also believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian, so that's a no-brainer. But, well, maybe it isn't a no-brainer. I shouldn't blow it off like that, but But for you, that doesn't mean you can't celebrate it for yourself, especially when they're 20 and 23. They have the right to believe as they want to believe, of course. But that doesn't mean that you should be squished, Angie. So you could have a tree, you could decorate, you could do whatever you want. I mean, honestly, the tribe was helping me because I didn't put a tree up because I had these heavy deadlines. So they were sending me pictures on Terry's tribe. They were on Patreon. They were sending me photos of their homes and I was posting them all over my house. I was stealing their wonderful. Yeah. They offered, so I wasn't stealing, but I sure was borrowing a lot. I was living vicariously through them. And the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit of hearing about what I can do, and I give all year, as you know, I give all year simply because I love that wonderful joy of giving, and I think that's what God intended, is that you be about other people, that you're of service, that you think about others before yourself. And I work really hard to do that. I don't always do that. I'm not perfect, but I try to do that often, is think about someone else. I don't assume, like, it's very sweet that a couple friends of mine said we don't text at Christmas. I had sent out a Christmas card. That was the only thing I really sent out. And then if people answered, I answered back. But I sent it via text because I don't send hard Christmas cards, namely because I have to do it so early and my deadlines are so tight. So I really appreciate sending an Christmas card that my husband and I have designed. I usually come up with the idea and he designs it. And then sometimes he comes up with the idea and also then sends it to me. But in any case, this one's really cute this year. And it's all about my sweet little dog. So I'm very excited that we did it and sent it out. But she apologized. She said, "I'm sorry, I don't have the phone on during the holidays." Hey, don't apologize to me, because I sent it out at Christmas, and that's because I wanted you to know I was thinking about you. I posted it on Christmas Day because I want you to know I'm thinking about you. Okay? That's it. Don't feel like I'm going to get angry or I'm going to get upset or I'm going to go, why didn't they answer me on? No, it's your day. And you celebrate it the way you want to celebrate it. And you celebrate it with family, the fire. I mean, there's so many of us that are go-getters on this group that you have to give yourself permission to rest. And this is my week of rest, which is why I said no broadcast Friday. And now I'm thinking there's probably not going to be a broadcast if I can't get signal on Monday, because I'm going to see my friend Holly. So January 1st hits, and what am I doing again? It's our way, isn't it? We don't apologize for being go-getters, not sitting still, barely able to sit. See, I'm standing. I should be sitting. My doctor says I should sit more. How many of your doctors tell you to sit more? Usually they're like, get up and move. Mine is like, you could do some more dedicated exercises for strength. And she's right about that. But like I said, if you are someone who fills your day with stuff, then you need to schedule a day of rest. Or in this case, how about the hammock between Christmas and New Year's if you can? Just make it a day for you to do something other than your work. I love sculpting. Do it 365 days out of the year, pretty much. But that hammock in between, I've got an ice cream maker and I've got a Lego, and I really would like to do those. Yesterday, I curled up under warm covers. It was very cold. It wasn't rainy, but it was cold, and it was like under 50 degrees. It was like 40 or something crazy. It was beautiful. I love California doesn't get a lot of cold weather, so I'm always, doing the happy dance when we get it. But we curled up. We are members of the entertainment industry, and we get what's called screeners. So I made an amazing breakfast and a fabulous lunch, and then I had caviar in the afternoon because my husband bought it for me. It's one of my favorite fish foods. And watched screeners all day. So we screened movies, and we watched, because there's a stack we need to get through. So we used that day to do that. And we'll probably do this over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, because we're not party people and it's COVID. So I've got a really wonderful Christmas Eve meal planned with some champagne, which is my favorite drink, and a wonderful breakfast for New Year's Day. And we'll curl up and we'll watch more of these movies. It's a great way to curl up with the dog on your lap and maybe a little popcorn or whatever, a nice cocktail if that's what you like. The cocktail can be ginger ale and lemonade, or you can have a spirit that's a little stronger, but you're at home and it's warm. And I have a friend who said she had the Yule log on TV burning. So it's however you do it, right? It's cool. It's cool. So mainly, Angie, that's just me saying you have a right to celebrate Christmas the way you want to celebrate the holiday. Don't worry about your sons, okay? They celebrate it the way they celebrate it. They might work on Christmas Day, which I always find a little appalling. But then I have a very dear, I have a lot of friends who say, it's not appalling to us. We're Jewish. We like the extra cash. Nothing wrong with that. If you're someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas and you want to work Christmas Day and the person wants to keep it open, a market or something, like I could have ran out and got that vegetable I forgot. I'm grateful to the people who don't mind working on Christmas Day. So who am I to judge? Okay. One of my favorite shows, and I've told you this a lot of times, is Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. And one of the episodes in the first season has a very strong message, which is be curious, not judgmental. So always be curious and loving and about other people, and don't judge them. Try not to do that. I mean, we're not perfect, so sometimes we're going to get judgmental, aren't we? But check yourself. And this is a great time to give thanks. It's great to have a journal next to your bed and you give thanks before you go to sleep, and you wake up giving thanks for the blessings that you have. Like you're human, you're alive, and you're warm. And that there are people out there who care about you, and you care about others. So as I always say at the end of the broadcast, do something nice for someone else. It's going to take you out of that depression. It's going to absorb and embrace you. Doing something nice for someone else, putting them first, is going to warm you as well as them. And the more you do it, the warmer you're going to get. I promise. Just think of the Grinch and how the Who's didn't judge him. They loved on him, and they showed him that they were thankful, and all of a sudden his heart, got big. So I guess, Angie, I just want you to know that if you love Christmas, they don't have a right to, you can do it however you want. That's what I say anyway. Hello, Stephen Goldman. There he is. There he is. And that's the case. Before I get to the rest of your comments, I've got to do one thing, and that is I've got to do an unboxing. Okay, and I did some unboxings on the tribe today, but this one is from two people who are not in the tribe, but they're very sweet and wonderful, Keith and Lori, and they sent me this beautiful box. I've not opened it yet. Here we are. Here's the view. I'm going to light it up so you can see it, and together we're going to see what's inside this box. Deal? Okay. Oh my goodness. So Lori and Keith, here is a picture of Lori and Keith with Santa. Don't they look adorable? But it turns out that lovely Lori could not bake cookies because she stumbled over her feet and she took a tumble. Oh, Lori. Skinned, forgive me. Oh, that's my dad. My dad always calls me during a broadcast, but I won't answer it. I'll answer it after. But anyway, she says she skinned her elbow and her knee, and she said Thursday before Halloween she will be as right as rain. Ended up being a little longer. She hit the right side of her body, left wrist. And long story short, she hurt her wrist. had an x-ray, hairline fracture, no improvement in the winter. This must have been torture for her. Lori is a baker. Lori really, really, really bakes. And the fact that she sent me a letter of apology because there's no cookies in the box blows me away. She's also, she and Keith, very detail oriented, okay? Not only do they give you a lovely gift, which, you know, you thank the goodness that you're on their list. I don't even know if I can get it out of here. Let me just pull off of here. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. But look at this beautiful box. She, and I don't know how much Keith is involved. I'm sure she bounces it off Keith as well. But they always do beautiful, detailed things, and I thought I'd share it with you today. Here is the box. I'm going to gently turn it this way so it says, look at that. And it's one of those magnetic boxes. I'm always repurposing her box. I'm like a pussycat who loves the box. And inside, look at that with all the Merry Christmases in here. Okay? So, and inside is her amazing, she's incredible, guys. She's incredible. Let me dump these packing peanuts into a safe thing, because you know how much you love packing peanuts all over the floor. You know how much you love packing peanuts all over the floor. Yeah. Okay, so I got most of them. Static electricity, they just glue to my hair. But here it is. She's done some beautiful preserves, which my husband loves, by the way. I mean, he is a Lori fan when it comes to her jams and jellies and things like that. So she's done a brandied peach, and she's given us a, oh, this one doesn't have a mark. This is a surprise one. Ooh, but it looks like a lemon, or it looks like lemon. I'd open it and taste it, but that would be rude, so I'm not going to do that. This one is a spiced nectarine. You know, I was just saying I'm missing fruit. So she's saying, you know, get some toast and you know, have at it. Blackberry. This is my husband's, and my favorite is her blackberry. And we fight over this one, okay? Just know, Lori, that this is the one that we fight over, the blackberry, because we're both blackberry fanatics. And finally, the last one is, what do we got here? Strawberry. Isn't that lovely? So although she probably feels, although you feel, Lori, and I hope you will listen to this later if you're not with us live, and I hope, Michael, you will spread the word over to them that I am so thrilled. I love her cookies, but her jams and jellies, here they are. Look at, you know, she could have been fine with sending me two, you know, the blackberry and this one, which I have no idea what it is, but I'm very excited to find out, is the thing, right? Because, you know, but this little box is another, just give me a moment. There we go. They're just sticking everywhere to me and everywhere. Okay. But the box is amazing, guys. Look at this box. You know, it's all about the attention to detail. I do this all the time with my Hitchhiking Ghosts. I design a box, or I design a box for whatever the sculpture is and stuff. But that doesn't mean that I mean, okay, so she makes cookies, and she does these and this cool box, which I am going to repurpose, and every time I open it, I'm going to think about Lori and Keith. I'm trying to get that. Those packing peanuts are too much, aren't they? They're always messing with you, aren't they? I mean, I'm going to cut to this one so you can really see how cute this box is, right? Whoa, 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 right? Awesome. Just awesome. It's a big box, see? It's a big box. Very, very generous and very kind. And then and this letter, which we're gonna wish her speedy recovery. And she's saying a later shipment of cookies. Honestly, if you're listening to this, rest, my love. I love you, but rest. Take it easy. Be comfortable. And the sugar plums are dancing in my head, and I'm gonna go nuts with this. Okay, I'm wondering, can I lice the preserves through ice cream? I could, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Yum yum yum. So, see, I'm just thrilled. And I wish you a speedy recovery, and I hope we still get to see you. I'm going to be visiting I'm going to be doing some visiting. I want to put it in here in the box. I'm going to be visiting a friend on the 3rd at Disneyland, so I hope you guys can pop in, and because you know her as well. So it's very exciting, right? Very exciting. Okay, so I wanted to show you that, because how sweet is that? And then my best friend sent me a Christmas card, and I always love to see. Oh, look at this. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. This is my best friend. She and I go way back. We wrote the Giggling Pumpkins book. I think I showed you that, those of you who know me. But she always sends me a lovely card. I do not do this, okay? So I'm always impressed when you do. And inside, she managed to get a picture of her sons, okay? So I helped deliver this one as a baby, and I helped deliver, and I got to hold this one, helped her with this one too. And this one is the bonus, but they're all aren't they lovely boys? I should show you a couple of. I have to make sure that she has allowed it. Right now, I'm showing the adult one because I don't like to show people's children unless I have permission. But this is so cute, isn't this lovely? And they're reading 8 Silly Monsters, so it's great. She always does that. She and her husband Jim. And I introduced them. They've been married, and these are their boys, and each one is amazing. Another chef, by the way, pastry chef, a brilliant young man, June baby. So is it a wonder? And this one is just amazing. He's working. He's like trying. He's likes filmmaking. So we'll see. And this one's in the service. This one is a lovely man. He's married to a lovely woman, and they have some kids. And it's cool. So how cool is that? And it says, "May magic of Christmas love Jim, Lynette, and my kids, all my boys." So very, very, being able to help catch a baby, the oldest I caught in the delivery room, and I'll never forget it. It got rid of my baby phobia. I used to have a baby phobia. I didn't want to hold babies until I met Bryce. And then my life changed for the better because I was holding this amazing child and didn't want to move. So beautiful things happen, and that's great. So let's go back to you and hear what you have to say here. Stephen says he's back. I'm going to scroll up. Hello, Lincoln. Great holiday. People are still bringing you plates. And you made soap also. Good for you. Yay. Had a lovely Christmas in Utah, says Michelle Dwinell. Flew out to see kids and grandkids, and I'm missing all the rain in Southern California. And I know, Michelle, that happened to me too. My husband recorded a thunderstorm when I was away. And forgive me. It is now ice cold because this is the way it works. Forgive me for chewing in front of you. Just pretend we're having Christmas dinner right now. And I was going crazy because he said he had thunderstorms and he recorded it so I could hear it. And I was like, what? So I feel your pain. And we're really getting dumped on. I mean, not right now. Looks like clouds are coming in. Let me check. I'm going to take a quick look out here. Sun is gone. My light is like inching its way down so that it's at the top, right in your eyes. Just give me 1 minute. It has an attitude problem. All right, little guy, come down. There we go. Nothing like blinding your friends. It's a little better. I'm sorry about that. Everybody wants in the picture. But yes, I feel your pain because it looks like it's going to rain here is what I'm trying to say. The sun is gone. It is now overcast, and there is a really angry black cloud out there. So, eek. So, yay, rain is coming. Jacob says, our family played bingo on Christmas Day, and we buy nice gifts and gag gifts. It's an annual tradition for us. We have done it every year. Probably even way before I was born. It's so much fun. Jacob, that's a great idea. Bingo is fun. Yeah. My father loves the lottery. Okay. And my cousin loves the lottery. And my family loves the lottery, actually. I love the lottery. But we're disciplined. Okay. We don't play it every week. I had to, when I first went to get scratchers about 4 years ago, I had to be told how to do it. And then some people gave me some advice because those super scratchers who are winning the big money, they're always like, well, if you buy this, or you do it like this, or you try, they all have ways of getting the winning ticket, right? Who knows if any of them works? But one thing for sure, we have 5 people who join in the lotto for Christmas. Each person throws in $30 and gets 6 $5 tickets. So if you do the math, which I won't, that's a lot of lotto tickets. And one of the keys that many people who win scratchers, win the big money, is not to just buy one, but to buy several. And so I go buy them for the family. 6 times 5, is, what's that? 30 tickets, right? 36 tickets if you go 6 times 6 if another person comes in. So you're buying 36 tickets, and I usually do 2 different games so that you have color. And when you buy that many tickets, a lot of times the guy is going like this with the roll. He's not buying one at a time. He does a roll, and then I break them up, throw them in a pillowcase or a nice, pretty decorated bag. And then we each go around one at a time. We pull it out. We put our stack, and each of us pick 6. But we don't pick them all at once. Each person goes around and picks 1, then 2, then 3. So everybody has an equal chance. Everybody won at the table on Christmas Eve. Everybody won something. So $15, $20, $10, $100+. I think my dad won like $120. And then we played for my mom, who won 15. So, and my mom and dad are kind of a package deal. So, 130 to the 2 of them, really. But the point is that everyone at the table won something. And that's not always true if you go and you buy 1 ticket. You can buy it, you can scratch it, it can be, and then you got a second, they have a second chance drawing. But what works is that, forgive me, the reason this works is because when you have a fixed income, at the beginning of the year what you're going to spend for the family at Christmas, $30. It's not regifting, which my parents aren't good with, even though they should be regifting. They won't. And you want people to have something that they love. Well, what's better than hope? Any one of those tickets could be big. And that's what we love about them. So that's why we do it. And I have a store I go to, and they know me. I'm going to come once a year, like Santa. I'm going to buy a huge amount of tickets. And then I may buy a couple extra because what I usually do is buy 3 or 4 and I test them for the gameplay factor. Because if they're too complicated, like a crossword puzzle, they'll make my family go nuts. I mean, oh, those crossword ones. They may be new and they may be fun for those of you who do crosswords, but with my family, thanks for playing. So I look for the ones that are 10, that's simple. And for my dad this year, I got one called 7. And then I got Season's Greetings. I got a Christmas scratcher. Well, 7, they put if you've never played a scratcher before, they put the numbers across the top. On most of the scratchers, you scratch off the numbers you got to match. So they're winning numbers and then your numbers. And if you want to see this, on one of my Ask Me Anything Fridays, I'll actually tell you about it if you're interested in seeing how they function. But the problem was because the numbers were on the side, it threw my father off. He was so used to them being at the top, so he got confused because the winning numbers were on the side. So that's why I buy 2 or 3 tickets to see how the game is played, and then I buy 36 tickets because then I've decided which games are simple to play. Because for my dad, who's 88, it just needs it as simple as possible. And my husband is not really a big gambling person, so he enjoys it, but not like my rest of my family. But he's a real good sport, and so he'll race through it and he'll go real fast. And then I have an app that actually checks your ticket, and it's the newer version tells you how much you've won. So all of a sudden, my husband gives me his stack, and I go, "Honey, you won $10," and he's like, "What?" Because he thought he had seen. So he won 10, and I think my cousin won 20, and I won 15, and my dad won over 100. And he missed it because in some of the things it says 5 times, and when you uncover a 5 times, it means you win 5 times that prize. And my dad just was looking to match the numbers. Tunnel vision. Isn't it amazing that something that sounds so simple is so complicated, so challenging, but they love it. They love it. They love it. And my parents used to go into debt buying gifts for us. And then they had this huge, horrible credit card bill at the end because they just kept buying us tons and tons and tons of stuff. And it was very sweet and kind of them, but it really drove us crazy because, they need to do things like eat. So this helps everyone to give you great hope, great energy. I make a lovely dinner, and it's so much fun, and everybody gives everybody. It's joyful. It's really, they were only going to stay a couple hours. They were there 5 hours. It was amazing. So I hope that for you, if you ever get to the point where you don't know what to give someone, give them a ticket, lotto ticket, or buy one for you and buy one for them and scratch them together and see who wins. It's just fun. Just so fun. Just so fun. Angie says, the Lego Titanic is amazing. I can't wait to see the finished project. Neither can I. And I'm trying to get my husband to build it with me. I think he would have a great time. My husband is very detail oriented and he loves gizmology. And I think he would have a good time building the Lego with me, the piece with me. And I should show you the box. Maybe I'll do that. Well, I did it on my Zoom call with the tribe, but maybe we'll do that. Can't do it next Monday, and Friday we're not. Maybe they asked me anything Friday. I'll do it inside the house, not here in my studio. The box is huge, so it's just by then I'll be in my living room, and maybe we'll show it to you in my family room. And we'll see where we are with it. But I'd be happy to show it to you if you want to see what it looks like. It's beautifully packaged, it's beautifully presented, and it's beautifully organized. It is a great set. And again, it's all about presentation. You don't want to just sell something of yours. You want to make sure that the minute they open that shipping container, that the experience starts. And Lego knows this, and they are the #1 toy in the world. That was told to us yesterday. The #1 toy in the world and probably the universe is Lego. So being someone who loves Lego myself, try to stay away from that site because I'm always wanting something else. Yep. Yep, I love it. So I got myself a Dyson heater cooler filter for Hanukkah. Congratulations, Stephen, and happy Hanukkah. I keep telling you Merry Christmas, but you know that I mean happy Hanukkah if you don't celebrate that, or Kwanzaa if you celebrate, however you celebrate this December season. My heart's with you. Jacob says the nice gifts and gag gifts we give out as the prizes for our bingo game. We do that every year. That's what I figured, Jacob, and I think it's a great idea. I think it's lovely, especially if your family loves bingo. And you're in good company, because if you ever take a Disney cruise, that's what they do. They do bingo like crazy. They love playing bingo on the Disney cruises. So you're not alone, and Jacob, that's a fun game. Hello there. Merry Christmas. Gianna, very happy you joined me today. You're going to have so much fun with the ice cream maker, says Bonnie. Yeah, I know I am. I got to tell you that the thing I have to watch out for is I'm going to be making the coconut ice cream. I'm going to taste it. And then I have to not eat the entire tub right there, because if it's good, if it's the way I think it's going to be, I'm going to be in tears as I eat it, because I'm going to be so happy. My husband got me a really nice one too. There's the ice cream where you've got to freeze the tumbler, the little freezer bucket inside your freezer, where our freezers are packed. So my husband got me one where the cooling element and everything is inside the machine. So it cools right away. And then it has a stay cool feature. So like you could actually have it in the stay cool feature, and people could have fresh ice cream as you entertain. Yeah. Like I'm going to be sharing my coconut ice cream, but you can make other ice creams. See, doesn't have to only be coconut. I'm looking forward to doing an espresso, as my husband says. I always say espresso like it's a quick coffee. Espresso coffee for him. And they tell you how to cool the ingredients for a couple hours before you actually make them. It's good to have them chilled, because it makes a creamier ice cream. Who knew? I don't think they ever told me that when I had my other one that I broke. I used to have one with the tub that went in, and I just busted it. It just got used so much. Yeah, I'm a crazy person when it comes to, I love ice cream. I love it. Especially I'm already getting choked up because I'm so excited about coconut ice cream. Hello, Randy. Thanks for joining me. It's been a while, honey. Good to see you. While building the Titanic, you should watch James Cameron's Ghosts of the Abyss. Oh, that's a great. That's really, really good. It would set the Piper vibe, wouldn't it? It would indeed. I have so many things on the Titanic. I'm such a fan of this vessel, and so amazed at what happened with it. It just, I can't, wow. If you watch Downton Abbey, the series opens with the Titanic going down, and the main characters in Downton Abbey losing some very, very, very close family members and heirs on the ship. And at one point, someone says, well, most of the people got off. We think most of the people were saved. And one of the other characters, I can't remember who says it, but they say, those in first class, right? And that's all they say. First class, you mean, or those in first class. Because as we know, the other classes were down below, and many of them couldn't get up to the top to be saved. And that is, it hits you. It hits you. So, wow. It's an amazing history, an amazing vessel, and they really thought it was going to change the world. And it did, but not in the way they expected. So, yeah, actually, they decided on less lifeboats, I guess, for speed. I was reading in a historical book that I read. I'm fascinated by the Titanic. So when it came up, I looked at my husband and said, "Buying it." He said, the other thing is it fits somewhere. I've got a place in my office. So I told my husband it'll make me clean my office, which is a catch-all right now. And I'm dying to have my office back inside. So maybe we'll broadcast from the clean office, and you can actually see my library/office that I miss being in. it's a huge catch-all right now, and I know my husband would like to get in there to see some of the books that he's been missing. So that's one of the things I'm going to do in the hammock between here is clean that library. So, which is going to be fun for me because I've been dying to get that stuff, organized. So it's going to be lovely. Have you ever heard or used an app called Sketchbook Arto? Oh yes, I loved it. But I've been told, Jacob, that it's not going to be supported. So I moved to Procreate and I moved to the Adobe suite. I'm an Adobe fan, but not real thrilled about subscription. I'm not happy about that. I'm going to be honest, but everybody makes you subscribe now. So join the club, really. But Procreate is free. It's a very beautiful program. And they have a lot of people on YouTube teach you how to use it. God bless YouTube, and then the other one is Fresco, which is an Adobe program, but you got to be a part of the suite to use it. So Procreate's amazing. I'm taking from an artist now. I'm learning some stuff from her about the program, and it's amazing it's amazing. YouTube is amazing. You can learn anything on there. And I highly recommend that you want to take a look, Jacob, if you don't know it already. Procreate is a great program and seems to be not going anywhere, where Sketchbook seems to be having trouble getting supported, which breaks my heart because I loved that program. I lived in that program. I thought it was so user-friendly and so it was like a warm hug. But unfortunately, my husband says, Jacob says, my aunt makes broccoli casserole every year. Delicious and absolutely love it. Look forward to it every year. I know. Do you have a dish you guys look forward to every year? You'd be surprised at my family, the dish that must be on the table Thanksgiving and Christmas. Can you guess what it is? I won't hurt your brain too much. You just had some lovely Christmas stuff. Let's just give it to you. Jellied cranberry sauce from Ocean Spray. You heard me right. If that is not on the plate, my name is Mud. Seriously, it's Mud. And it cannot be cranberry sauce. It must be the jellied cranberry sauce from Ocean Spray. Say it with me. Ocean Spray. It is hilarious. Ooh, the sun's back out. So the sun is like, nah, don't you get too excited about that rain. You better keep guessing. You better keep praying, girl. But anyway, yes, Ocean Spray jellied cranberry sauce, the kind that comes out like that really bad dog food you've seen in animation. They love it, and I love it. Okay, I've been raised on it as a kid, but my family. So my mother is in a convalescent hospital, and we're not sure she's ever going to get out. We really don't know if she will. And but we want to make her life there as wonderful as possible. And the first thing she will ask for is that cranberry sauce. Okay, doesn't care about the meats or anything. That cranberry sauce better be on that plate. So like this beautiful broccoli casserole that Jacob is talking about, yeah, for us, it's that. And it's hilarious. Now, don't think that can be the only thing on there, okay? You better have all the other fixings, but if that's missing, she's going to notice it. Yeah, she's going to notice it. And it's like, whoa. Hi, Leanne and Mary. Hello, you all. Oh, no, not normal. No, not at all. Hiya. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Have fun at Disneyland. It's going to be, that's when my pass is getting activated. So I have a Magic Key Pass, and my pass is actually officially being activated on that day, which I'm excited about because now I can then just park wherever I want. It doesn't matter. It's activated, and a year later, we'll see what happens with the passes. But I'll be able to park wherever I want near Disneyland, even if I'm not going to Disneyland. If I'm just going to downtown Disneyland, or I'm just going to meet you guys at an IHOP or something, I can park in Toy Story and not worry about it. But according to, again, I hate to keep, I shouldn't say I hate to, because I do. I love to keep telling you how the tribe has been helpful to me on where to park, how to park, and how to deal with it. Okay, I went to a Christmas party at downtown Disney, and I hadn't been. And before the pandemic, you went down a particular street, and if you turned left at the first entrance, it was downtown Disney, and if you went further, you were at the Disneyland Hotel. Well, it doesn't work that way now. It's a different parking lot. It's the Chippendale, which I had no idea where that parking lot was, so I went to the tribe. Patreon.com/Terri Hardin and ask them, and they're the ones that helped me. So specifically people like Melissa Eiler and Stephanie Fix, who told me exactly where to park and how to save money and not pay a fortune, where to get validated and stuff. And it was very easy because I was going to a restaurant for a party anyway, and they validate for 3 hours. But they must have had the holiday spirit because I was there a lot longer than 3 hours. And they didn't charge me. So bless their hearts. Very sweet of them at the Chippendale parking lot for letting my car drive through. And I'm sure they let others as well. But this is what I'm talking about. When I don't understand Disneyland, when I don't understand how to do stuff, and I'm wanting Holly and her family to know that I will try, like the Dickens, to get on the Avengers ride and see it. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not there for the ride. I'm really there to see the people. Okay. I just want to see my friends, and it's a very special day for her and her family. And if they get on it, I'll wait outside and stand where they're making the weird food, because that's what I really want to see anyway, is all that strange shrink food, big food. I just want to see all that weird stuff at the Avengers campus. I'm not a Marvelite. So it's not top of my list. Top of my list is actually you guys. I'm really interested in seeing you and seeing how you love it. And then you can tell me about it. And if I get to ride it, woohoo for me. But if I don't, it's okay. I live here. So, and we could say, I'm an Imagineer. So let's say they get the tickets and I say, hey, do you mind if I go with them? I'm an Imagineer spending the day with them. Can I pop in and see it? That's what I did for Rise of the Resistance. They just let me in. And I'm grateful for that, so that I didn't have to stay the entire day. I just wanted to see what is this attraction and go home, because I live here. So it is a benefit for me. And so, yeah, it's just a benefit that I don't use all the time, but I will pull out that card if it's necessary. So, but I won't be hurt if I can't ride the Avengers ride. I'll just wait till the next time. But you should, if you are a Marvelite and you love the Avengers and you love everything that has to do with Marvel, that if there is a ride being presented, you want to go as early as possible to see it, because Disneyland's going to change it as time goes by because of what their needs are. So if you don't believe me, think of Indiana Jones and what it was at the beginning and what it is now, and I rest my case. Okay, so as an Imagineer, that's the one tip I can really give you when you're enjoying rides at Walt Disney World. So this Remy ride, get on it quick, because you just don't know if they might change a couple of things to suit the park, right? Once it's out of an Imagineer's hands, we have no control. We have our vision and they have theirs. Yeah. So just remember my caution. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Hello, another great feature of the tribe, which is our name for Patreon page. It's a private and intimate. We talk about anything and everything. Bob Burdine is correct. We have the benefit of having a private Facebook page, and we also have the Zoom calls, which we do not record unless I tell you up front, because we have spotlights where we spotlight you and your life if you are so inclined to share with us. And then I do a little thing. I've gotten out of that habit. Everybody's so patient on my page. But if you want to be a part of it, $5 a month, $60, patreon.com/Terri Hardin. Or if you can't remember the /Terri Hardin, just Terri Hardin, TERRIHARDIN. And you can put it in the search engine on Patreon and find me. Yes, indeed. So there you go. Love to have you and your voice as part of it. But Bob is right. There are some subjects that you may not want to discuss openly on a public space like this one. There may be some that you do, but everyone is not like me. And so we discuss those there, and it's safe and private. And what did I say? We don't judge. We're curious. We're exploring certain things as being curious. So that's what's cool about that. Have you tried your tea yet? Yes. I can't remember which one though, Randy. I opened it almost immediately because I have this cool pot. I'll have to post a picture on the page of my cool pot with your tea in it, because I've got this really cool pot. It's all clear, and it's designed especially for your tea. Randy always sends me very wonderful teas because you've seen me drink it a million times. What was I saying about being observant? There's our observant one right there doing that. So thank you, Randy. I will tell you which one. I can't remember. I think it's the middle one, but how does that help you? I'll post it in the tribe for you. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I can't remember that. Lee, how are you, honey? There's an old friend, a dear, sweet old friend from the past. I'm so glad you popped in. Jacob says, what happens to a frog's car? Here we go. When it breaks down, it gets towed away. So, Jacob, you need to be in the tribe, because we could have joke wars between you and our youngest member, Bella. She tells us jokes, and I think she would love it. We told her one of your jokes the other day on Zoom, and she absolutely loved it. She said she was going to borrow it. So it's great. She's 11, and she's a doll. I met her when she was 7. And she's a doll baby, and she's just the sweetest little thing. But she loves to tell jokes too. The two of you would get along really well on the tribe. We could have joke wars, couldn't we, guys? That'd be fun. Leanne says, ooh, Jacob, another joke. Most awesome. See, everybody loves your jokes, man. You need a joke channel. Oh, here we go. Why are Valley girls so odd? They can't even LOL. He always says just kidding afterwards, because he doesn't want you to think he really believes the jokes he's telling. But we know that about Jacob, don't we? He doesn't have to do that. Oh, and also got a DVD set of Mama's Family. Oh, yes. So I have a huge collection of Carol Burnett. I really should put them into my system, actually. Yeah, I have huge. And MJ Luzzy is a very good friend of Carol Burnett's, and he's in the tribe. He's a love, and he's very good friends with Carol. And I told him to just tell her she never ceases to make me laugh. So we love her. So yes, they are all so great. Yes, indeed. That Mama's Family is special. Didn't you just love, Jacob, where I don't know if you watch Carol Burnett show, but I'm sure it happens in Mama's Family as well, where they are so funny, they crack each other up, and they break on camera, which is just so adorable. I used to love it on the Carol Burnett show, which is one of the reasons I collect the Carol Burnett show, is because Tim Conway was so funny. Tim Conway Sr. was so funny that Harvey Korman could never keep a straight face. The man was just an amazing, Harvey said the guy just would always stump him, and he'd always break on camera. So it's a lot of fun to watch those shows if you haven't already. Jacob says, a Valentine's Day one. Why are artichokes so beloved? They're known for their hearts. Exactly. Hey, maybe we should send artichokes out on Valentine's Day. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be cute? That would be cute. Leanne says, I found out last night that Neva's mother is engaged. Oh, congratulations. Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong. Me and names and pronunciations, it's hard. That's why I like to talk to you in live and in person. Doesn't everyone? Congratulations. Well, that's lovely. Jacob says, we went to the Family Dollar Store on December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve. They were already selling Valentine's and Easter candy. Ooh. Valentine's and I mean, it's 2 months and 3 months out. You want to really buy your candy now? Seems a bit like, doesn't it? Wow, weird. What's in that paraffin? I don't think so, Jacob. I don't think so. Leanne says she loves Mama's Family. Real family situations, a lot of screaming. And then she LOLs. Yeah. My husband just holds his breath during the holidays because he never knows, is it going to be a scream fest or if it's going to be fun? And we We had fun. I mean, my dad was planning on only staying 2 hours and they stayed about 4. So it was very special. And my cousin is the sports fanatic. My dad loves sports, but my cousin, huge sports fanatic, and said he was going to burrow in a blanket. We gave him some ham leftovers and he was going to have the whole spread right next to him so he could eat and enjoy the game and game. So apparently you guys had them all Christmas Eve, all like Christmas Eve night, or whatever. I'm not a sports person, so forgive me if I don't got this right. All day Saturday and most of Sunday, right? Yeah, where you just didn't have to move. You could just root for any team that you wanted if you were sports-based, which to me sounds like great fun if that's your thing. Actually, it's backwards. Just kidding. I got an Apple Pen 2 when I should have got an Apple Pen 1. Oh, okay, Jacob. So you have iPad Air, likes to use the one, or is it the iPad Pro that you have? But either way, the pencil is wonderful. You are going to love that pencil. My husband, so this year my mother dropped her iPad and she absolutely lives by it. So my husband asked me if my company was going to upgrade my iPad, and I was, but I was just waiting. I wasn't, no need to rush. And I knew components were, COVID-ized. So not that they had COVID, but COVID was keeping Apple from actually fulfilling a lot of orders on a multitude of things. And I don't know if the iPad was one of them, but I said to my husband, he said, why, well, if you can get your iPad upgrade that you want, then you can give me your old one, which I was happy to do. And then my husband gave his iPad to his mother. So it just sort of trickled down, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down. And that meant that I was like you, Jacob. I had the Apple Pencil 1. And that way I could give the Apple Pencil 1 and my iPad that I upgraded from to my husband. He loves that pencil. He loves it. He would take my, he loved taking my iPad, which is now his, all the time to work with a pencil because it just is, it's easier and simpler and you're going to just love it. He edits on the iPad. He actually will do an editing. He'll edit my videos and stuff. So the pencil really helps. It's just got that precision. So you're really going to love it. And I'm so excited for you. Oh, by the way, thanks to a little bird, Rose got iPod Air and loves them. Congratulations to Rose. Are they amazing? Now, Rose, if you have any challenges, I'm going to need to connect you with the amazing Lindsay Jackson, my husband, because he really knows how to navigate those pod waters. He can program them to listen to a movie properly, to hear people better, to be in a situation where there's a TV running Christmas music and a bunch of people chatting and you can hear each and every one, Rose. So if you have any challenges with that, let me know and I will connect you with him because he's really, really good. There's an app on your phone you can use. You probably already know that. And those iPod Pros are remarkable. Also, if you find they fall out of your ears, there's 2 things that are very nice. There's a unit that's with Apple. Just Google, ear holders or something, and they hook inside this part of your ear and make it so they don't fall out. If that's still a problem, there is a tether you can buy that sticks to the end, and you just pull them out. And it rests around your neck, kind of like those glasses they used to have a little chain. And that way, if one falls out, you don't lose it. But if both of those are unsavory to you, then be sure to activate the Find My iPod on your Apple phone. So Apple has covered all the bases. In fact, my mother dropped hers and they used Find My iPad and they think maybe the cat got it and hid it. So they found it. But there you go. Okay. Yeah. So there's a few things, more tips, and you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. My husband loves them. He loves them. He had a little challenge yesterday when we were watching a movie, one of the movies he couldn't connect. And he was like, it's not connecting. And when he finally connected, he goes, got it. I said, you want to go back? And he's like, nah, I got it, but big difference. They should have a longer, one of the things that I've noticed is that he could really use a longer running time. because we watch several movies in a row because we are actually doing it for voting purposes. And it's really easier for him to hear. When they charge pretty quickly, so we just raise the volume and watch it. And then when they're back online, we lower the volume and, but for most people, it's plenty of charge time, as I understand. Leanne, remember, good morning, Janny. How was your holiday? Did you guys get pretty snow? Janny lives in a place where the snow can get really dirty and creepy. She always tells me it's beautiful when it falls, but wait a couple hours and it's creepy and full of dirt. So I hope she had a really lovely, lovely white Christmas with pretty white fluffy snow, and her family. It's a great family television show too. So now they're chatting. You see, this is the other thing that's great about this channel is you guys connect with each other. And I just am a spectator. Yeah, I just sit here and go, oh, look, they're talking again. Paul, hello, Paul. Good morning. I'm with you on gift cards. I'd rather give or get a gift card from a store the recipient likes than guess at what the person might like. Shar is one of those folks who spends all year looking for the right gift. And those people are endearing to us, aren't they? Don't you just love Shar for being Shar? Okay. You don't even really care if they give you a gift that you love because they took forever to do it. So my mother, when she would shop, okay, she would get a gift. Okay, let's say she was going to go to a store and she was going to buy you a watch, okay, or she's going to buy you perfume, or she's going to buy you necktie. She would look through every single one for the best one. Once she found the best one, the box, she'd go through the boxes, no dings, perfect box, perfect. And then she'd wrap like a wrapping company. She used to work at a company where she wrapped packages. So again, this is probably where I got it, was from my mother. Everything about detail. It's not, she's going to buy you she's going to go to That's on TV, and she's going to buy you one of those magic bullets. It's going to be the best flipping magic bullet in the box there could be 100 of them. There would she be looking through each one. So I absolutely admire people, Paul, like Shar, because when you've got it in front of you, doesn't matter what it is. It could be a flipping chia pet. You're going to be grateful because it's the best one of that group. And you just are so touched that they work so hard for a gift for you, don't you? It's just so touching. And yet you want a gift card, okay? You're happy with a gift card. You can do all really fun things to present the gift card, but you like the gift card, but then they're like, man, that's not enough. I'm not working hard enough to get your gift if I get you a gift card, but there's so many gift cards. Maybe she looks around to see more specific ones. Like for me, I love a gift card from any art store. I mean, you name it, I love it. So art supplies, gift card from art store, no brainer, and Janny has a beautiful store up in Canada that I absolutely am crazy about. I love the woman who runs it. I love the people who are part of it. A gift card to the paint spot would be wonderful because I love that store. Okay. And I love those people, and it's a way of supporting that store, isn't it? Because I'm going to come right back and visit. So you do it. My husband last year got me a gift card to Blick, which is an online store. And I bought all my paints, which got me painting. So they're wonderful. They're not a lazy gift. They're really well thought out. And so, but I understand people like Shar. That would be my mother. And a Jeff Foxworthy VHS tape. You're a redneck win. That's what I remember of Jeff Foxworthy. You're a redneck win. That's my favorite comedy he does. Puts me over the back of the chair, Jacob. So yeah, I know him and I love him too. Leanne writes, I think Goldie Hawn and Buck Owens were on Hee Haw. Can't really recall the show. Yeah, they opened it with Hee Haw. You just you can see it on YouTube. I'll bet you if you Google it, you can see it and jog your memory, Leanne, because it's amazing what's on there. YouTube is just a great source for things that you forgot long ago, and you can revisit them and go, wow, I remember now. Stephen says you can take your Amazon returns into Amazon Fresh Store on Lancashire, 1 block south of Magnolia, and they give you your receipts immediately. Well, that's nice. That's very nice. Well, I get that anyway. Okay, so I have a little shipping company, mom and pop shipping company that I've known since the man, well, I haven't known it since the man owned it, but the father ran it and then the son ran it. And it's in Burbank, and I came and met the son who did it. He's a lovely man, but he retired because he had a heart condition, wanted to enjoy the rest of his life. He was struggling, with his heart condition. So he left and he sold it to another group. And so I keep another person. I keep supporting that store because a long line of history. So yeah, there's a lot of mom and pop stores in Southern California that I think need that love to be shared. So whenever I can, I do that. I try to support those, but thank you. I will. And they give me my receipt immediately, which was what I was going to tell you, Stephen. They do that. Angie says they think we should celebrate Christmas even though they don't believe. They want the gifts, Angie. You want me to buy stuff honestly? I'm not sure that's the right thing. Well, you could give them little thoughts in a, think of something, write it down. Here you go. Here's your gift. Till further notice. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. They wanted for the bounty that is available. Yeah. They were talking about that today. There's a show on KFI called the Jesus Christ Show. Don't know if you guys ever heard this, but the person on the radio says he's Jesus. It's a little weird, but I'm not going to judge him. It seems to be okay with the listeners who call in, but he does give his thoughts on things like this. So you might want to check it out. It's Sunday mornings on KFI 640, I think it is. And it's it's an interesting show because there are people who are wanting to ask these questions, and this person on the show, the person who hosts the show, is very knowledgeable. So do I believe he's Jesus? No. Does he believe he's Jesus? I don't think so, but that's the character I don't even want to say character. He is Jesus. You speak to Jesus on the show. So listen to it and then you be the judge. But it's nice. It puts me in a good spirit. He's very, very knowledgeable. So that might be something that would make you feel good too. Sounds like many people celebrate these days, but don't believe. That's possible. Very possible. They're into the giving of gifts. Hopefully they're into the giving of gifts. They might be in the getting of gifts. But I think even if you don't believe, you're looking for that giving feeling. You like to give. And so on that day, you find that feeling and you're happy. And that's what, honestly, I think Christians have all year. And this is what they said on the Jesus Christ story. He says Christians have it all year. Some people tap into it on just Christmas. But, all we can do is hope those people realize that you can do this all year. You can have this wonderful feeling all year. If you celebrate the joy of being, of your religion, I don't know. That's a heavy subject, but I love giving and I love I love being about other people. And that's me. I love it. Is that a religion, a Christian? Do you need a label on it? I don't know I don't think you do. You love to be of service. That's what really makes you feel good. So weird. It is weird. So I'll give you the weird. No Goldie on Laugh-In. Hee Haw was kind of like country music version of Laugh-In, always featured country stars of the day like Dolly Parton and Loretta Lynn. That's great. Laugh-In had Gary Owens, and that was always fun. And I worked with someone in Canada. And all of a sudden his name isn't in my head, but he was also on Laughing and I loved him. Ended up giving him a special shirt when I did my first show. Brenda says, last night after my son went to bed, I made a drink, took a bubble bath, and listened to an audiobook. There you go. I needed that self-care. There you go. Look at what Brenda says. Now, why do you think Brenda needed that drink, bubble bath, audiobook? Because chances are her feet are moving and she's jumping through hoops like a circus dog 99 times during the year. You could be a mom, you could be a caregiver, you could be a nurse, you could be a frontline, first line responder, you could be anybody who is one of those people who is always moving, always going, always on the go, always standing. Let me sit. Boy, if my doctor was watching, she'd be yelling at me right now. Get off your feet. I don't need a standing desk. Trust me. I need a sitting desk. I've always been weird. It aired on CBS from 1969 to 1992 or 93. Jacob, you're full of information. And indeed, a lot of fun, both shows, a lot of fun. But like I said, put it in the YouTube search. You're going to find it. Not that I have, but you will. YouTube is good for that. We are in a big cold snap, 34 and colder in the evening. Wow. California freaks out when it gets below 40. I drove to get gas not too long ago, and it was 35 degrees. And they were like, yeah, baby, good thing it didn't rain. Now, not that it's going to freeze, because freezing is lower than that. But the point is that that's so cold for Southern California. We just are not used to it. My son lives by the beach, and that's my favorite time, is when the beach is cold. Like the beach is around 50 degrees and I swim in the water, and most people go, what? But see, the difference swimming in the Pacific Ocean is always cold. So the differentiation between the warm sun and the cold water is more of a shock to your system in the summertime, because your skin is all warm and toasty from tanning, if you're that so inclined. I'm not. I build sandcastles. But then you go into the water and there's a chill factor. You're like, ooh. But in January, February, if you go there and you swim, it's equalized. So it's cold outside, it's cold. They're equal. So it's almost like walking right in. It's not much change. You don't go, ooh. You kind of go, oh. And so that's why I like it. A lot of people, I don't know if people know that, but my son was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, no thanks. But that's what I love the best. So Janny, are you snowing? Champagne and caviar, perfect pairing. You bet. You bet. And Marianne, my husband, took me on an excursion to a caviar delicatessen, which brought tears to my eyes. It was so much fun. And that's where I got my caviar, and it's really amazing. And I'm trying to eat it slowly when I really just want to go, it's way too much salt, but it's so good. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And we'll have it on New Year's Eve with champagne. I still have a couple bottles from Paris when I went. So I actually got to pick the grapes, and so much fun. Hard to get the harvest though, because I had been trying for years to time my trips to Paris with the harvest so I could actually pick the grapes and go through the process. But I kept missing it, because in Paris, once the harvest goes, they check the temperature, and then they all kind of go, now, mon Dieu, now, and off they go. And so you don't know, like they'll say, it looks like it's going to be this week, but we're not sure. So in 2019, it just was timed. And I had a very dear friend who said, hey, it's going to happen. You want to go? And he took me, and it was just delightful. I'll have to share some of those pictures. But yeah, really amazing. So I love champagne. It's my favorite drink. I think I told you that I went with my husband and brought back 20 bottles. You're only allowed 2 per person. I had to declare them at customs. And told him my husband said, because we read everything. we read that you only can have 2 bottles per person, and my wife has 20. And the suitcase was clink, clank, clank, clank. I pulled it through customs. And he said, if you think she's going to sell it, I need to tell you that I won't even get to have much of it. She loves champagne, and she's going to hoard this because she's not sure when she's going back to Paris. And the the customs officer gave a giggle, and then he said, yeah, go through. But 20 bottles in... I can't remember, 2016. And I saved 2 of them still. And then I went in 2019 and I bought more. And I say, yeah, I'm trying to keep my champagne thread. Yes, you can buy it here, but buying champagne in Champagne, France is more fun. Okay. Just know buying champagne in Champagne, France is more fun. So you're right, Marianne. You got Remy tickets. Congratulations. Now he's waiting for a boarding time. Yeah, you go get him, Ron. That's going to be so much fun. You're going to love that ride. I rode it in Paris and loved it. And then I went to the restaurant. Do they have the restaurant in Walt Disney World? Is that open? I mean, in Epcot? Are they going to do the restaurant too? Do you know, Ron? You don't have to tell me now. You can tell me at another time when you're back. But let me know if they have the restaurant, because that was the most fun, is to ride the ride and then be in the restaurant. Except for the restaurant in Paris, the food is terrible. So go and get a dessert flight if you're in Paris and you got to go into the restaurant because it's adorable. It's beautifully, the art direction in it is brilliant. But the food is meh, and it's a really big, high price bill. So do a dessert flight, which the Parisians do so well as desserts, and or have the ratatouille, which is excellent. But please watch out. It's a high price tag on food that's not very good. And I was very fortunate to know one of the chefs, a French chef who worked at Chateau Remy, I think it's called. And she said the food's terrible. Don't eat here. But you have to eat something or drink something in order to see the layout of the restaurant, which is gorgeous. So do a dessert flight, which is about 60 euros. You get 7 desserts. You can share them with your friends and have a nice cafe, which both of these Paris does very, very well. But for some reason that, now it could be different in Florida. Florida's a different world. So once they have that restaurant open, I hope they'll open it. It could be delightful because their French restaurant is delicious, as is their restaurant in Japan. Many of the restaurants in Epcot are just très magnifique. So I hope that that's the case. I love Home Alone, Deck the Halls, and Christmas with the Cranks. Oh, and Elf, says Jacob. The kid that played Kevin was so cute, such a sweetheart. Yes, the first... Home Alone was cute, I thought. Elf was a surprise to me because I'm not a fan of that actor, but he did a great job, didn't he? It's a very cute movie. I have it. Me, it's A Christmas Story, The Bishop's Wife, The Song of Bernadette, Ben-Hur. So you see where I'm going with it. Yeah, I love all the 10 Commandments. 10 Commandments, 10 Commandments. Yeah, I'm a big biblical film fanatic. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. Even when they're not great. Evan Almighty. Is it Evan Almighty? Yeah, Evan Almighty. I like that one too, with the ark. It's really great. Yeah, some people didn't like it. I loved it because it had the ark in it. Duh. The whole thing was, I don't know. I'm just, you can't go wrong with a biblical film, and me, I'm all about it. I love them. I love them. Stephen says, when you're Jewish, Chinese food figures greatly into your Christmas dietary intake, like in A Christmas Story. Maybe not like in A Christmas Story, where they wanted to do turkey, but of course, you know what happens if you've seen that movie, which is one of my top movies. The funny thing about A Christmas Story is it's on TBS and TNT, two like public free channels, and it runs all day. It runs for 24 hours. Starts Christmas Eve, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and goes all the way through Christmas till 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And I only see it all the way through one time. I am that busy that I'll see maybe a lot of the front part, and then a lot of the back part, and a lot of the middle part, but never straight through. So last night, the night before last was the straight through night. Hilarious. I mean, I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at myself because that's just the way things are. It's minus 13 here in North Dakota, says Randy. You're snowing, right? You're snowing. You guys are snowing. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Randy Grimes still very bun snapping. Yes, says Jenny. That's Canadian for freezing, I guess. Right, Jenny? Jacob says, in case we want to send you through the mail, how do we do that? What is your address? I wouldn't tell you here, of course, but message me, Jacob, and we'll chat. Okay? Yeah, send me a private message, and we'll take care of that. It did. They make the box. If so, that's incredible. No, they didn't make it, but you can get them. Okay. And she always gets great ones. She sent me one at Halloween that says boo that I still use. I love it. It holds some of my paints. I'm taking a very special paint class that I've had to put on hold because of my crazy deadlines. It's holding all my paints inside, and I just love it. And it says boo every time I lift it. It's just, and I think of her every single time. So the Christmas box will be put to very, very good use. And I'll think of her again. You know, honestly, she could send me the box, but I love that she puts preserves in it because I don't eat a lot of preserves. They last forever and they're just delightful. The blackberry always disappears because that's my husband's favorite. And I love it. Lemon curd. I'll bet you that's what it is, Stephen. No, it's not honey mustard. She's a theme. She has a theme. So I'll bet you it's the lemon curd. And if it's really, really tart lemon, I got to be careful because my cousin will steal it from me. But I'm going to go try it. It will be minus 50 tonight. Woo, baby. Don't be going out there in your flip-flops, in your Zaris, all right, Randy? Don't you be doing it. You bundle up now, son. Yeah. Must be the hee-haw. Lots of hugs to you. A very prosperous, yes, Janny. You have remember, this is the hammock, Janny, between Christmas and New Year's. Get in it and relax. Have a bath, a glass of wine, or look at the beautiful, hug your husband, look at the pretty snow falling. Rest, young lady, because as soon as January hits, you're going to hit the ground running, right? So give yourself a little break. You've earned it. You've earned it, hardworking girl. The box is great on the Hitchhiking Ghost. Thank you, Marianne. That's all designed by yours truly, because that's what we got to do, don't we? We got to make the experience wonderful for those of you like Marianne who picked up the Hitchhiking Ghosts and those things like that. Liana says, the only belief required for Yule is the belief that life would be better if we celebrate it. Originally pagan, but now nearly everyone does something to cheer up their winter. I think it's great. It's great. So no argument here. I love it. Oh yeah, laughing. See, I told you I didn't really recall hee-haw. That's all right. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas anyway. And if you're curious about hee-haw, YouTube, I'll just bet you. Did you ever fix the playlist, Jacob? Not yet, because I did deadlines right up to Christmas Day. And now I'm in the hammock and I've got one more deadline I've got to meet today. So the earliest it's going to happen is tomorrow. Yep. Because I've got to get one more thing done before the end of the year and it has to be done today. So I will. Hi, Jeanette. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you too. Indeed, indeed. Sending you a picture of my Christmas with my daughter and granddaughter. I'd love that. I would. I love living vicariously through all of you. Yes, indeed. My playlist. Yeah, I have a playlist of old, some of my first puppet shows that I was involved in for television commercials. And Jacob said he couldn't get in. So I might have listed it unlisted. My husband was going to help me check, but he hasn't been available. So we're both making a date for tomorrow. Yeah, we need to make a date because he works in this hammock, unfortunately. So, yes, there it is. So I'll keep you posted. Jacob says, I've always wondered, the restaurant in the Country Bears, was that a real restaurant? I didn't think it was. Could it just be a movie set? But I was just being curious. Was it real? No, we built it. We built it. Like I built it. No. It was out at the Country Bear, at the Disney Ranch. It was built on Disney Ranch property. And if you remember correctly, that was right after 9/11. So there was a lot going on, but we kept going. So that's what you do. Bless them. Bless all of them. Yeah. Yeah. It was on the Disney Ranch, which you can only get on there if you're doing a movie. That's why a lot of my fans and followers like you, I reached out to you guys and asked you to be extras, and y'all got to come on the ranch and see where Spin and Marty was filmed and all of that. Yeah. Got to be in the audience. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. Gotcha, she says. Okay, Jacob, gotcha. Just sent you an email photo of my daughter and me and our wonderful books. Yes, I would love to see that. Thank you. I will be checking that out. Thank you, Jeanette. Really, really appreciate it. Jacob says he loves Moose Tracks ice cream. It's chocolate ice cream with chocolate chunks in it. I love that Mayfield makes it. Yes, you have to really, really love chocolate. So my best friend that I showed you the picture of her boys, she adores chocolate. She likes chocolate on chocolate with chocolate. And I am a vanilla person and a coconut person. So whenever we go out, she gets the chocolate. She loves it. There's no battle for chocolate. I do eat C's chocolates. They're my favorite chocolate in the world. C's and only C's, not Godiva, not Whitnall's or whatever. I am a dyed-in-the-wool, since I was a child, C's candy girl. And when they mess up, it hurts my feelings. My favorite were the caramel milk patties, caramel covered in milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Didn't matter. Really loved them. And then they changed the formula and they're no longer my favorite. They're too grainy. They're not as creamy as they were. And I don't know why they changed the formula, but it broke my heart. So I'm back to chocolate covered almonds because I love nuts. So there's the story. C's Candy, love C's Candy. Every Valentine's Day, my husband and I go to a C's Candy store and I get to fill the heart with whatever I want, and I love it. So it's the same heart he got me years ago, and the tradition is I get to go and fill it with whatever I want. And then I see how long I can make that candy last because it is a chocolate base. If it was a coconut base, it would last 2 minutes. I love all things Titanic as well. Love watching the document and learn more. Yes, Angie, you need this. You need a ship like this. They have the smaller ones, I hear. But this big one is just, it'll make you cry. So I'll do some videos and let you see it. I'm sure there's some videos of other people doing it, but I'll do it because we'll share the heart with you, Angie, not just the product, right? And you love Sean Cassidy. Yes, yes. I'm sure Sean Cassidy's happy to hear that. Indeed, indeed. I can't get Procreate because my iPad says it requires a software update where my iPad can't support it. I guess it is an old iPad. I got it for Christmas 2012. It's a shame because you might be able to find an old Procreate, but you're going to have to do some work. What I would do, honestly, Jacob, is go on YouTube. I know I'm sounding like a YouTube supporter, but I love YouTube. On YouTube, you might be able, or just Google how an older iPad might use Procreate, and they'll tell you what Procreate programs you might be able to find. You know, I think that's what some people told me with Procreate. You can find an earlier one, and then you just don't upgrade it. So check that out. Might be able to help you out. Otherwise, keep doing that sketchbook. It's a great program. And if you have an older iPad, it still works on there. The newer ones cannot work with that sketchbook. And it's a heartbreaker. That was a real hard thing for me to get out of that because I just love that program. So if you can work in that program, go for it. You know, hi, Holly. I'm not a Marvel person either. Yeah. I figure, Holly, you can get it for you and your kids, right? And if I can finagle in, great. Otherwise, I'll hang out and wait for you guys to tell me about it. We'll work it out. Okay. I'm so excited to meet you, your kids and your husband in person. I can barely breathe. It's getting so close. I'm like hyperventilating and waking up. So I'm excited about it. Super, super excited about it. Jacob says my old iPad, I guess you just work with what you got. Doesn't limit your creativity at all. Can I get an amen? Amen. Yes, you're right. The iPads are lovely. Okay. And yours, if it's using the first pencil, has still got a ways to go before Apple eats their young. So fear not, you know. and put a couple of bucks in the jar, put your change in a jar, so when it finally comes time that you need to upgrade because you can no longer get things to work on your iPad, you'll have a lot of it saved. So you keep the faith. It's great right now, so use it. What joke did you tell Bella? I can't remember. Maybe my other people can tell you, but I can't remember. I just know she loved it. She absolutely loved it. And I might have told it to her. It might have been someone listening here that has a better memory. The elephant story, Tim Codwell. Yes. And the dentist. I'm telling you, just brilliant. Brilliant. Operative fourth generation. Yeah. So you'll have it for a while. And then when you don't, just now, you know how people, pay with the paper and then they put the change in a jar. That could be your iPad fund. The fund. I never knew you worked on dinosaurs, Terry. I did. I remember the show, Not the Mama. Yes, and you can see it on Disney Plus. So not only did I work on it, but I'm actually able to watch it and send people to Disney Plus to watch the entire series, A to Z, on Disney Plus. And I love you, Disney Plus, for airing it, because I miss seeing it. You can also get it on DVD. It may be a little more challenging. I would grab it as quickly as you can. It comes in 2 discs, and I don't think it's that expensive. So just in case Disney should pull it at any time, you'll have it on the DVD. So you can go to Amazon and Dinosaurs TV Show, and you can get them in 2 DVD set. That's what I would recommend to people before Disney Plus popped it up. So yeah. I just did that one. I'm sorry. I was just thinking, Rose, if you were worried about the AirPods falling out, you could just get those Samsung level U Bluetooth in-ear with microphone, black sapphire. It's so Amazon. Yes, the iPod Airs Air Pros are different, Jacob. They're for people who the people at Apple, and maybe Samsung's starting to do it too. But Apple announced that these were for people who were challenged with some hearing. Doesn't help every person who has hearing challenges. But like my husband, he's starting to lose certain levels of hearing. He's like borderline hearing aid. And these he can put in his ears and also look cool. So a lot of, this is what Apple knows, is maybe you don't want to look like, you have that life alert, and it's one of the ugliest things that you can wear. It says old person on it. And I don't know why they don't, spruce it up a bit. I mean, you don't have to put sparkles on it or gild a lily, but make a design that's cool. It never bothered me. I had a life alert when I turned wood alone so that I could push it in case I damaged myself turning, flying wood at 400 RPMs. You want to make sure that you got some sort of resource should you get knocked down and you can't get to a phone or something. But Apple has really dedicated in the past few years to the older person. And one of the things that they've done with the Apple Watch, and I've never wanted an Apple Watch, I actually don't find them very attractive, is that they have gotten it to where if you live alone in your home and you have this particular Apple Watch and you should fall and not be able to get up, it's a way to send a signal not only to the emergency to get an ambulance to you, but also alert the family that you've fallen and that the watch says you've not gotten up yet. So they did that with the watch first, and now these pods allow you to hear. You can program them for movies, for big rooms full of people, directional, so you can hear one person or so that you can hear. They're unbelievable. I don't sell them well enough. My husband will tell you they were life-changing. As his wife, I used to listen to the TV at 23, 25 volume. And now with those in his ears, I can listen to it at 9. So they're not necessarily designed for everyone who's having a hearing challenge, but they are designed for many. So in the case of Rose and the Apple one she has, we've just noticed that my mother-in-law, who absolutely loves these AirPod Pros, we were with family the week before Christmas, and she kept saying, I don't know what it is. I can't hear anybody. My husband went over to her phone, boop, 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 boop. And all of a sudden she could hear everybody. And he said, is the outside noise too much? No. Can turn your head, Ian talk. That's my son. And his brother talk, his sister-in-law talk. And she said, I can hear everybody. And she also says that hearing aids, which cost thousands, and these cost just a couple $100, their voice doesn't sound like their voice in a hearing aid. It sounds kind of squawky and different, she said. But with the AirPod Pros, they sound like who they're supposed to sound like. And she absolutely loves them. She's had an hearing aid for a long time. And if the hearing aid is out, she cannot hear anything. But with the AirPod Pros, my husband was able to go into the next room behind a wall and whisper, and she heard him. So that is what these do. I don't know about Samsung, but that's what these do. And there are ways to keep them in your ears, and they have Find My EarPod on your phone, like Find My Phone with Apple. So they're great. They're great. I can't speak for Samsung. I don't have those, but I've watched my husband and I've watched other people just cry with joy because their life is completely changed because they can hear people. And it's not like all at once, or you're trying to differentiate a person talking with background music or with other people talking. All can be programmed in the phone. Okay. So if Samsung is jumping on that boat, I know Bose is working on it. Please, because this is brilliant. This is so touching and means so much to me. It's brilliant. So check it out. Talk to Bob Burdine, talk to Rose, talk to my husband. They'll tell you they're great. If you have an area that they can help, they really help. They really help. But they are small. So there's just little precautions that I did so that they don't get lost. With my husband, there's a little charging case because they're little and it's really nice. But I sent him to the Apple website so that he could buy a case that clipped to his belt. Or, you can have them. There's several that do, they can be a wrist thing, a million of them. I don't know if there's a million of them, but there's enough to suit your taste. So for him, it's a clip, and that way he doesn't lose them. And that's the charger. So we don't want that to happen. So, but check them out, the Apple EarPod Pro. And if you have a person at home that will not wear that life alert because it looks dorky and makes them feel old, and you can afford, she bought the Apple Watch. And then she connected it to my husband. So if anything happens to her, he's alerted. And that made me want to watch, because if I'm by myself, it would be great to have a watch like that, but not yet. I want it to do my blood pressure as well. Right now it does your heart rate, and it does your, I forget what else, but it does pulse, but it will eventually take blood pressure. And some vitals, so it protects you. It's brilliant. I mean, there's a lot of watches out there that do that, but this is brilliant that Apple's doing it and putting it in a cool package. I mean, that's, again, what did I say? It's your presentation. You don't just sell a product and it's dorky. Like, I'm really excited that the Life Alert is out there, but a lot of people won't wear it. My mother never would, because it made her look like an old person. I mean, she is an old person, but they don't want to, embrace it like I do. Yeah, I'm excited to have white hair, and, so yeah, I would agree. I'm a giver all year too. It's the most fun. And I think that's where, God truly lies, is in, the giving of anything, your heart, your love, your compassion, let me help you out here. Just like the old saying goes, it's better to give than to receive. Yeah. And it's nice that at this holiday, you get to do both. It's great, because sometimes people are funny, but don't make it a competition, and don't feel obligated. When someone gives to you, they saw something for you and they gave it. So don't feel like you have to return the favor. It's not what they're doing. If they are, then it's given with the wrong message, right? You just say, you guys give to me and I'm really grateful. But I don't feel obligated to give you anything. I just give you this and love and my thank yous. I just subscribed to Bewitched. There you go. You're going to love first season. Man, was that wild when I watched that a couple weeks ago. I remember that they had a French restaurant in Epcot that had a little animatronic version of Remy. on the cart. They would push it around your table a couple of times a day there. That's a great restaurant. I always go to breakfast there. Epcot is just wonderful. It's my favorite park. And I don't really go anywhere else. I did go to that big ball, Starship Earth or whatever it's called. I did that. But I really like to hang out in the pavilion, the foreign pavilion, because everybody is, again, Disney is saying detail. So all the cast members who work there are from the country that they work in. Norway, Norwegians, France, French, Japan, Japanese. So I love jumping to the lands and speaking with these people about their country. This is my thing. It's so much fun learning about a country, more fun learning from the people than it is a book. A book is fun, but it's much more fun talking to the person. So I love that. And that's what social media does, and that's it's such a blessing. Yeah. Just joined. Hope you had a great Christmas. Thank you, Joseph. I did. Yes, we're going a little longer than expected, just a little over 2 hours, because I do want to answer your comments. So that's why I'm going a little longer today. I never went there to see it in person. I can just visually remember it from watching a YouTube video about a year ago. Jacob, worth the trip. Epcot is awesome. Picture sent to your email. Thank you, Jeanette. Freezing rain today and wishing for some California weather. You wouldn't get it today. We're cold here. Oh, and it just got really dark. Oh, it got really dark. It's really dark. Wait. Look, you remember how light that was out there? Super dark. Woo! I could get rain today. Oh, we celebrate it because we need it, but we celebrate it because we love it, right? Yes. Freezing rain today, so I'm doing jigsaw puzzles. Oh, honey, lovely. Christmas in Connecticut, wonderful movie. Yeah. California weather later. We're wet and cold for the next 2 weeks. I'm so sad. No, I'm not. I'm so happy. I'm pulling out all my sweaters because it feels like I'm back east and I'm in California. Whoop, 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 whoop. I love it cold. So I'm sorry you won't be getting that right now. Hello, my darling. Fantastic Christmas. Running as I listen to you, wishing you a magical New Year's. Thank you so much. I have a treadmill. I'll be running on the treadmill. I won't be out there, but I'm thinking of you. Good for you. Steven says, I like Elf. Buddy's musical adventure, the stop motion TV special made by Seamus and Robin Walsh. Oh, yes. I know that one. I know Robin very well. She loves rubber duckies. Did you know that? Did you know Robin loves rubber duckies? She loves rubber duckies. Every time I see a rubber ducky, I'm trying to save it for her because she loves it. And their production company. Yeah, Robin and I, gosh, we go way back. I can't even remember what we worked on, but what a lovely girl. And she loves rubber duckies. When I knew her, I was always bringing her a rubber ducky, another weird rubber ducky, because she loves rubber duckies. Yeah, they're very talented. They actually worked very, very closely with Ray Harryhausen when he was alive. Yeah, he loved them. They loved him. And yeah, it's a great story. Great story. They're wonderful people. Jacob says, do randomly every visual remember something from years ago? I think he says, like it just randomly pops up in your head. Does that ever happen to you? Yeah. Something randomly pops in my head. The new statement for 2022 is creativity has no clock. So creativity hits you in your head, and I don't care what time it is, you and you as a passionate person must get up and must record that, whatever it is. So I just watched a movie called Respect. It's a nice movie. The singing is lovely. About Aretha Franklin. And there's a sequence where the character pops up and it's like 2 a.m. and there she is working. And that's what I've noticed about about this year. That's what pops into my head. A show may randomly pop into my head on occasion, but what's even funnier is a creative idea. I will be fast asleep like a burrito in my bed and pop straight up at 2 or 3 in the morning and have to, I usually keep a book by the bed. I thought maybe I saw something crawling over. No, I don't know, but it's getting very dark out there. I'll put a book by the bed so I can write the thought down. But if I don't have it, I've got to get up and do it. And I'll usually say to my husband, wait, I've got an idea. I've got to write it down. Creativity interrupts. You could be talking to someone and all of a sudden the idea pops in and you go, I got to write that down. Yeah, it's very interesting. Creativity loves to interrupt you all the time. So those shows don't pop into my head, except for during Christmas. Christmas Story quotes always, Madafinga, always pop into my head. I love that. I didn't like it when it first showed, but I love it now. So maybe they are bringing the French restaurant to Epcot. The Rebbe Ride they got there at, yes. Hopefully it will be better than the one that's in Paris, because the Chateau Remy food is not good and it's very expensive. So you don't want to pay 300 euros only to find out that you hated the meal, do you? So I'm hoping Epcot will have good food, because their French restaurant is excellent. And I always go there for breakfast. Yeah. We're having a drought here yeah, I know. You see, we are. This is why we're all so excited here in California for the rain, Jeanette, is because we were told we weren't getting it, and we're not going to badmouth it. We're praying for those who are in burn areas that they're safe. Absolutely. We don't want it to be at the expense of others, but boy, we're glad to get the water. We would love it to just be trickly, so that we can catch it and capture it and snow, please, I'm sorry about comment. AirPods are changing them to Samsung to AirPods for Rose. I was just trying. No. I get it. Don't apologize, Jacob. Not dissing you. Not judging you, sweetie. Not judging you at all. Not judging. I don't know Samsung. Okay. So please don't think I'm dissing you at all. I think that was sweet of you to suggest the Samsung ones. Okay. And I don't think you offended the gift getter, because the gift giver is Bob Burdine. And you don't have to say you're sorry. Don't feel that way. Jacob, I'm not ever going to call you out. You understand? I want you to really understand this. We knew you were trying to help. Okay? I think too many times people attack each other over when they're just trying to help. You did nothing wrong. Okay? Give Jacob some love, because you did nothing wrong, Jacob. You have no reason to say you're sorry. You understand? None whatsoever. Trust me. I love you. I'm crazy about you. I know you. I know you from this broadcast. You are not you are not this person that you think that you were. You're not. You are nothing but heart. You're a big giant heart, and you wanted to help her out, and we got that. Okay, I got that. But you gave me an opening, okay, to talk about how wonderful these Apple products are. Bose is doing it, and since I don't know Samsung, I'm not saying the Samsung ones aren't good. The Samsung ones might be good too. The idea that these companies are thinking about the people who cannot hear, or older people who live alone, is the message. Okay? Not to just you, Jacob. You're an amazing guy. You're an amazing guy. And we love you. Don't we, guys? You better say yes. No. LOL, as you say, as they all say, right? We're crazy about you. Seriously, Jacob, seriously. Judy says, good morning. I love the idea of the hammock between Christmas and New Year's. Whole different perspective. Think of the time in this way. Thanks for that. You're welcome, Judy. You know why I said it. So you'll lay down and rest. And so I'll lay down and rest. My husband is got to do something like that, or I won't stop. When you go, you're challenged with stopping, aren't you? You rest and you feel guilty sometimes. And I'm not putting this on you, okay? I got to make sure. I don't want people to feel like I'm pressuring you, but let me say we, okay? I do this. I can even say I do this if you would rather me say that. I feel guilty when I'm resting. Sometimes I've got this to do and I've got that to do. Why am I relaxing with my dog and reading a book? I should be working. I should be working. You know, even people who are trying to sell you their program of don't procrastinate and all that kind of junk, they'll hit those nerves of you're resting too much. And if you are resting too much, you know who you are if you're resting too much. But if you're not, that's not you. That's not me. In fact, I get pretty irritated when they assume that I'm that person, because I'm not that person. I'm always going. My hands have to be busy. It takes a lot to keep them here. Because if I was working on something here, I'm not paying attention to you, and I need to give you my full attention if I'm going to do these broadcasts. I mean, what fun, if I'm down like this and I'm talking to you and you're seeing nothing but the top of my head. It's ridiculous. So I'm not going to do that to you, because I love you and I'm grateful for your opinions and your voices, which is why I keep asking you to join the tribe, because we really get into it there, Jacob. You know, here we're guarded here a little bit, okay, because it's public, but we really get into it on the tribe. Yeah, we do. Why a duck is part of her email. Okay. What time is it over there? Maybe that's why it's dark over there. Just kidding, Jacob. You're in your cups today, Jacob. It's 11:45 in the afternoon, in the morning. We're about to go to noon. We're about to hit where am I? 2 hours, 14 minutes. We're about to hit 2 minutes 30, and then I'm afraid I better get going, or my husband won't get fed his lunch. But thank you for asking, Jacob. You're funny. Stephen says, I believe that they worked on the restoration of the Santa and Rudolph puppets that are now at the Puppet Center in Atlanta. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Be a good thing to go do, right, Stephen? Stephen's just a wealth of information. Thank you, Terry. You're making me cry. No, don't. I just want you to know that that's this channel. People say there's things that are like clickbait, which make you click, but then they say something else. I try not to be that person. But Jacob, honestly, I just want to be a place here where we can talk and do nice stuff. Some people may come into this channel and want to learn something. They will, but they're going to have to be patient, because unlike when you're mining for gold back in the old days, and you had the big sifter and you went through all the sand to find the little gold nuggets. That's kind of my channel. You'll get some funny stories. We'll tell some jokes. We'll say Merry Christmas. We'll talk about this and that. But if you want something to use, you're going to be sifting for a little bit, because it's not, it's not like Sean, what's his name? Sean Cannell, who is a YouTube teacher. He's all about the teaching, and it's really a great channel if you want to learn about how to be better on YouTube. Sean's the one. Okay. I personally think his channel and his team, they're wonderful, but I don't do that. I'm not going to try, because it's not me. Okay. Anyone who's with me knows they're going to have to sift through, or they're going to get a story, which is why texting is so good. Because if you text me, you get a short conversation. If you get on the phone with me, you could be there for hours, which is one of the reasons I don't pick up the phone often, because I've got deadlines. Otherwise, I'd love to be on the phone chit-chatting, or on a Zoom chit-chatting, which is, I say the Zoom is for Terry's tribe. It's really started for me, because I wanted to talk to you guys. I felt weird doing it this way. So I love you, man. I really do. You always say just kidding. Yes, that's a wonderful idea. I'll have to mention it to my sister. Yeah, I do. Because it's lovely. It's a nice way to say, I get permission. A lot of people, a lot of companies rest between these two holidays. And I think it's really good. It helps you recharge for the new year, where you're going to hit the ground running. It's just our nature, isn't it? Jacob Gardner, you're warm and wonderful. We understand kindness, and you are kind. I didn't pay her to say that. Okay. And he returned, Jacob returns a favor, but I did not. See, the channel is what you make it, right? And everybody here is just wonderful. Jacob says, those people that watch all the Muppet movies, they're pretty committed. I'm telling you, need to be in the tribe. I got a joke teller that's going to give you a run for your money. Is Puppeteers of America very active? My daughter was a member when she was 8. I believe they are. Stephen would know the answer to that better. But because Stephen knows everything puppet. I mean, whenever I have a question, I ask Stephen. So I'll ask Stephen Golden, and if he's still on here, maybe he can answer that. But if not, I'll reach out to him and ask. But Puppeteers of America was great. I used to be a member for a long, long time. My mentor was very active in it, but he passed away this last year, 2020, I believe we lost him. And not to COVID, but we did lose him. And heartbreaker for me, devastating for me. As was his husband. So, but Stephen might be able to help you with that. So Stephen's there. Yes, they're still going, says Stephen. There you go. One piece of gold is worth millions to me when it comes to this broadcast. I love you, Angie. Angie, you should be a writer. You write, you speak so well in print. And here's Stephen. They're still going. There you go. I told you, Stephen knows everything puppet. He really does. When it comes to the history of puppets, I say reach out to Stephen. He's a member of the tribe, and although we don't get to see him live very often on the Zoom call, boy, when we do, if we have puppet questions, he is the man. So there you go. There's the answer to that. I love you guys. We have been on for over 2 hours. Why? Because I just wanted to answer your questions and your comments, and why not? I'm resting while I'm speaking with you, even though many would say broadcasts are work. With you, I don't feel that a broadcast is work. So hugs, kisses, all my love. Here's another comment. When Fozzie, the Muppet, gets old, what will he need to get around? A waka waka waka. That's a great way to end it. Happy New Year, everybody. If you are so inclined, pop over to Patreon and check out the tribe. And if you can join, your voice is very much needed there. And we'd love to have you in our group. It's a lot of fun. I love you too, Michelle. Have fun hanging in your hammocks as well, my friends. And we will see each other in the new year. I won't guarantee next Monday now that I realize I'm supposed to go see Holly. I knew I was. I just broadcasting from there may be a challenge. So I'll do my best. I'll do my best to reach out to you, find a quiet spot, and at least talk to you for a couple minutes to let you know where I am and that I haven't forgotten you, okay? All right. Kisses, hugs. I love you. We'll talk soon. Be well. Keep doing stuff nice and touching my heart. Keep telling those jokes, Jacob, because they sure do brighten my day. And here, Mallory Lewis just mentioned Pat Breimer and our loss of him. That's my mentor, my dear Pat. Yeah, we go way back. I was like, when I met him, I was 16 years old. Pat was the love of my life. Only one person loved him more, and that was Jimmy. So yeah, I got to try, and I've been trying to call Jimmy, but it's been rough on him. So I'm going to try again. But it's been rough on me too, to lose such a light, and I know I'll see him again when I go collect my wings, but it hurts down here, doesn't it? The earth just doesn't shine as bright without my dearly beloved friend, Pat Breimer. I love you guys. Kisses. Happy New Year. Oh, my husband's going to say I just blew the mic. So my apology if it was too loud. Happy New Year. Kisses. Be well. Be safe.